Hello and welcome to Exploring the Smoky Mountains. For this episode, we're going to talk about planning your adventure on the East Coast. I like to use onX as an application to find trails within a few hour drive or maybe even within a day of where I live. And then I like to complement that with using an application called Gaia. Now, onX will show you the difficulty of the trails, the length of the trails, and even the number of hours that it's anticipated to take. But I also like to use Gaia and topo map layers to see if there are other trails right there in that region that are maybe less often explored. That's where you can find good campsites or maybe even that brand new route that you can share with your friends. Now, there's a lot of resources out there, including backcountry discovery routes that may be in your state, or you can talk to your local clubs and local travelers in your region to see where they explore as well. So now we're going to talk about vehicle preparation. First off, most stock vehicles can explore the backcountry trails in the East. You just need to pick the right route that's suitable for the capabilities of your vehicle. But oftentimes a vehicle is delivered from the factory with more of a street bias tire. So we want to look for something that's a little bit more open, which would be like a hybrid tire. And then we also may want to consider something that's more of a mud terrain tire. But an XT gives us that nice complement between going on the road and also the trail. So we may want to also consider adding a vehicle mounted winch. This is certainly optional and not all trails require it. So now let's talk about the equipment that we're bringing along specific to the trail and to the vehicle. To start off with, we want to select the right tire pressure. So you're going to want to use something like this Indeflate here. It airs down 2 tires at one time. Also shows you the pressure. You can also pull the valve core or just use a simple air pressure gauge to air down your tires. But we also need to be able to air the tires back up again on the other side. So we want to bring a compressor along. This is a twin compressor from a company called ARB. So it's very quick, or if you have large diameter tires. With the tire pressure set, we're going to improve our traction on the trail. But there's still a chance that we're going to get stuck, but we don't want to get too stuck. Once we see that we're not making forward progress and the wheels are still spinning, we really want to stop those tires from spinning to prevent from us going deeper into the mud. Now, the way that we want to get out from the mud is to start by clearing the material from around the tires, or if it is touching the chassis. And for that, we're going to use a spade shovel like this. If we're in sand, we can actually use the Max Tracks to also help remove some material from around the tires. We should have a good recovery kit, a recovery strap or a kinetic energy recovery rope with a pulley block and all of the accessories that we would need to properly recover the vehicle depending on the condition. One of the realities of overlanding on the East Coast is there's a lot of trees and there's a lot of down trees. We want to be anticipating the fact that there's going to be some down trees, but you do want to have either a chainsaw along or you want to have saws and other methods of removing the trees. One of the most compact ways to do that, this is actually something that I bring along. It's basically like a chainsaw, but it's manual. It's hand operated. Put your hands through these straps and you run it around the diameter of the tree and then it'll cut through. I really like these silky folding saws from Katana Boy. They're made in Japan, extremely sharp. So you just press this relief down here like you kind of would on a knife, and then you've got a significant blade that you can cut through even larger diameter logs. So this is very useful on the trail. It's going to take some time, it's going to take some effort, but if you can't get through, you're sure going to be glad you have it.